back when I back when I was young and I first came here to the Bay Area way back in the late '70s, there was a very popular disc jockey. Actually, he did a special spot on what was a very cool radio station, KSAN at the time. Great station, great music. Anybody who's been around the Bay Area would remember it. But the guy's name was Scoop Nisker. And he had a great tagline. And Scoop used to say, if you don't like the news, go out and make some of your own. And was it a rallying cry? It was, but not necessarily for anything subversive, but to do something. So people say to me, why are you making all these videos? Why do you just keep talking about connection and community and so forth? I hear Scoop in my head. A connection, as I told you, is really all I know anything about at any deep level. Connection was what I did for a living for 50 years. I help companies build teams. I help individuals honestly save marriages inside of the context of their careers. I help people save their careers, all by being able to connect with them and have conversations with them and reason with them and listen really and do what I could to help them think what they really thought and then of course say it later to connect with them. And it again it was my career. Everyone thought I just placed people in jobs, but it was far beyond that. And anybody who I ever worked with who might be on some of these things knows that for sure. But so as I continue to talk about what I can do, make some news of my own, this is what I know about. Connection is it starts with conversation. Um, Again, this is something I talk to people about all the time. Say what you mean and mean what you say. And then, of course, try to take what you can do, as Arthur Ashe says, start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can to do it. So that's why all this is going on. Ultimately, what I hope each of you do is try to connect on your own. Again, we've talked about all sorts of conversations and illuminators and diminishers and all that, but ultimately, I would hope that each of you would try to find a way to build even a small community. Community can be two people, but we have to gather together. Um, we have to try in some ways to come together. Is it a little community that you might help build a solution to some of the overarching problems? No. It is a gateway, though. And again, start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. Communities are built in small rooms, in small groups. I think I talked about a gentleman named Robert Bloch who wrote a book called Community, and he said the structure of belonging. Peter Bloch, sorry, and he said the key is to creating or transforming community is to see the power in small but important elements of being with one another. How are we going to be when we get together? So this is why I'm doing it. Again, I can't teach math. I certainly can't teach, spelling. I told you I was a terrible student. But I do know a little bit about this, and I do know the power of connection. I know the power of conversation and interaction and how it can help build bigger things, even inside your family, even with a grandson or a teenage sibling, offspring, a spouse. I talked to you about husbandry. It's within our power, and we could either dig in and get freaking stubborn, or we can try to get outside ourselves a little bit and try to, again, build a community of two. So, again, that's why I'm doing this. If you don't like the news, go out and make some of your own. This is in front of us right now. The key to creating and transforming community is to see the power of small but important elements of people being together. Fist bump. I don't care what it is, but one more time. Build your own little community. Over at a park, tennis court, with walk when you're out walking the dog. Hope this makes sense, everybody. I'm going to just keep at it, and you can shut me off and not watch, listen. Of course, that's up to you, but I'll be here because I'm trying to help build community. And anytime anybody wants to write to me and talk to me about any way I could help, feel free. I always put my email address in the notes. Barry@barrykleinman.com. Direct to me. Stay safe. Start where you are. Use what you can. Use what you have. Do what you can. Thanks.